In Chapter 4, Key Principles of Nurturing Parenting, Lesson 4.1, titled Principles That Lead to Positive Parenting Outcomes, we dive into the core foundations that help create an environment where kids thrive emotionally and mentally. Parenting is a lot like gardening. You're not forcing the growth, but nurturing it. The principles here guide us in raising responsible, emotionally mature children. Let's break it down with a casual and humorous touch. First, let's talk about the golden rule. Your kids are responsible for themselves. It sounds simple, but it's a real game changer when you stop trying to control every single thing your kid does. Imagine trying to control every thought, action, or emotion of your child. It would be like trying to stop a tidal wave with a broom. Instead, focus on guiding them through their emotions and decisions while allowing them the space to mess up and learn. Because, hey, kids are going to mess up, and that's where the learning happens. Another key principle is limits and consequences teach wisdom and responsibility. Let's be real. As much as we want to rescue our kids from every little misstep, allowing them to face the consequences is like giving them the best crash course in Real Life 101. The key is setting boundaries that make sense for their age and letting natural consequences do the talking when those boundaries are crossed. Your kid doesn't clean their room? Well, no clean room, no friends over for a sleepover. It's a lesson they won't soon forget. Here's a real-life example to illustrate this. The great spilled milk incident. Picture this. It's Monday morning and you're already running late for work. Your child, fully engrossed in a cartoon, accidentally knocks over a glass of milk all over the table. Now, you're faced with a classic parenting dilemma. Do you jump in, wipe up the mess, and hustle everyone out the door? Or do you let them handle it and risk even more mess? In the heat of the moment, you might want to take control. But in line with these principles, this is an opportunity for your child to take responsibility. You hand them a cloth, patiently guide them through cleaning it up, and maybe even remind them that in the future, they can watch TV after breakfast. This way, they learn that their actions have consequences, like a soaked breakfast table. Lessons learned. 1. Responsibility. Your child learned to clean up their own mess, literally and metaphorically. It's not about perfection, but about taking ownership of their actions. 2. Patience as a parent. You kept your cool, handed them the tools to fix the situation, and probably even saved yourself from future spills, maybe. 3. Natural consequences teach. The wet mess served as a natural consequence, showing them that actions, even small ones, have outcomes. In this lesson, the goal is to stop being the fixer of all problems and instead guide your children to fix their own messes, whether that's spilled milk or navigating a tough situation at school. This approach plants seeds of maturity and responsibility, which are much more valuable than having a spotless table. Chapter 4, Key Principles of Nurturing Parenting. Lesson 4.2, Encouragement over Praise, Building Confidence and Self-Esteem. In this lesson, we dive into the difference between praise and encouragement, two words that sound similar but have very different effects on your child's confidence and self-esteem. Think of it like this. Praise is like a sugar rush. It gives your child an instant high, but it's short-lived. Encouragement, on the other hand, is like a balanced meal. It nourishes them over the long haul, building genuine confidence and a sense of accomplishment. So, what's the big deal about encouragement over praise? When you praise, it often focuses on the result. Wow, you're so smart, or great job. While it feels good in the moment, it can create a dependency on external validation. It's like your child becomes a little praise junkie, always looking for approval to feel good about themselves. Encouragement, however, shifts the focus to effort and progress. I saw how hard you worked on that project, or you didn't give up, even when it was tough. The idea is to help your kids internalize a sense of worth that isn't tied to constant approval. Instead of always seeking that gold star, they'll learn to appreciate their own effort and growth. The homework hustle. Let's talk about your son, Joey. It's Tuesday evening, and Joey is working on his math homework. He's been struggling with fractions for the past hour, and frankly, you're tempted to give him a high five just for surviving this long without a meltdown. Now, the old praise reflex kicks in and you're ready to shout, "Wow, you're so good at math." But hold up. This is a perfect moment for encouragement. Instead, you say, "I can see you've really been working hard on those fractions. It's not easy, but you're sticking with it. That's awesome." Joey looks at you, maybe a little surprised that you're not just telling him he's good at something, but appreciating his effort. Over time, he starts to realize that it's not about being smart or good at something instantly. It's about trying again, and eventually succeeding. Here's what we can learn from this moment. 1. Effort matters more than results. By focusing on Joey's effort rather than whether he gets the answer right, you're teaching him that perseverance and hard work are what really count. This mindset helps him tackle challenges without fear of failure. 2. Encouragement builds resilience. When kids understand that it's their effort and persistence that matter, they're more likely to bounce back from setbacks. They realize that success isn't always instant and that learning happens in the process. 3. Confidence that lasts. Unlike praise, which can feel like a temporary boost, encouragement helps your child develop confidence that lasts. They start to believe in their ability to handle challenges, even when things get tough. In the end, using encouragement over praise sets your child up for long-term success. It helps them build an internal compass that guides them, making them less reliant on external validation and more focused on their own growth. So, next time you're about to throw a great job their way, remember, encourage the effort and watch your child's confidence soar. Hey there, listeners. If you're enjoying this parenting course and want to take your journey to the next level, don't miss out on our premium parenting course at freecoursesforall.com. This premium package includes ad-free, downloadable audio files, a comprehensive ebook titled The Parenting Playbook, and 10 real-life parenting scenarios with practical strategies on how to handle them. It's a treasure trove of resources designed to make your parenting experience even more rewarding. And that's not all. You can explore all our courses, including Secrets to a Happy Marriage at freecoursesforall.com. That's free courses, the number 4, all.com. Empower yourself with knowledge and take the first step toward a happier, more fulfilling family life today. Chapter 4, Key Principles of Nurturing Parenting. Lesson 4.3, The Power of Active Listening, Why It's More Than Just Hearing. Active listening is one of those parenting superpowers that doesn't get nearly enough credit. It's the difference between your child feeling like they're talking to a brick wall versus feeling genuinely heard and understood. In this lesson, we'll explore why active listening is more than just nodding along while your kid explains. For the 12th time, why they absolutely need a new video game. It's about being fully present, engaged, and showing your child that their words and feelings matter. Here's the thing. Active listening is about more than just hearing the words coming out of their mouth. It's about picking up on their emotions, body language, and underlying messages. When you're fully engaged in what they're saying, your child feels validated, respected, and important. And guess what? Kids who feel heard are more likely to communicate openly with you as they grow up, even during those dreaded teenage years. Active listening isn't just nodding along while planning dinner in your head. It's about putting down your phone, making eye contact, and responding in a way that lets your child know you're really listening. This practice builds trust and strengthens your bond. Real-life scenario. The I'm fine meltdown. Let's talk about Emma, your 10-year-old daughter who came home from school looking like she's had the worst day ever. You ask, "How was school?" And she responds with the classic, "I'm fine." You know something's up, but if you let it slide, she might shut down completely. Instead of leaving it there, you sit down beside her and say, "You don't seem fine." "Hass, I'm here if you want to talk." You're not pushing her to spill the beans. You're just creating a safe space for her to open up. After a few moments of silence, she starts talking about a fight with her best friend at lunch, about how she's feeling left out. Now, here's where active listening comes in. Instead of offering solutions right away, which is so tempting, you reflect back what she's saying. It sounds like you're really hurt by what happened. This simple act of validating her feelings encourages Emma to keep talking, to feel that her emotions are worth expressing and that you're not there to fix it. You're there to listen. The lesson. Here's what we can take away from this moment. 1. Kids want to feel heard. Sometimes they don't need solutions or advice. They just need someone to acknowledge how they're feeling. Emma didn't need you to call her friend's mom and fix the problem. She just needed to talk it out. 2. Building trust through listening. By actively listening, you're building trust. Emma will know she can come to you, not just when she's happy, but when things go wrong. That trust will carry through the tough teenage years when communication can often feel like pulling teeth. 3. Validating feelings. You're teaching your child that it's okay to feel hurt, frustrated, or sad. Emotions are part of life, and by acknowledging them, you're helping your child navigate their feelings in a healthy way. Active listening is a powerful tool that fosters open communication and strengthens your relationship with your child. It shows them that no matter what, you're there to listen without judgment or impatience. So, the next time your child says, "I'm fine," don't just take it at face value. Lean in, listen, and let them know they're heard. You'll be amazed at how much it deepens your connection. Up Chapter 4. Key Principles of Nurturing Parenting. Lesson 4.4. Problem Solving Together, Guiding Kids Without Taking Over. In this lesson, we explore the art of problem solving with your kids, not for them. It's tempting to swoop in and fix every issue your child faces. After all, it's faster, less messy, and you've been solving problems since before they could walk. But here's the catch. If you constantly solve your child's problems, they'll never learn how to do it themselves. The goal is to guide them through the process of thinking critically and making decisions, while you play the role of coach, not fixer. Problem solving together means teaching your kids to navigate challenges rather than just handing them solutions on a silver platter. It's like teaching them to fish instead of giving them a fish every day. This skill is crucial because life is full of problems that can't be solved by simply calling mom or dad. When you involve your child in problem solving, you're helping them develop confidence, independence, and resilience. Real life scenario: the missing homework crisis. Imagine it's Sunday night and your son Ben has just realized he left his homework folder at school. Panic mode. Activated. He comes to you with wide eyes and a sinking heart, expecting you to work some magic. Now, you could easily shoot an email to his teacher asking for the homework file to be sent digitally. But instead, you decide this is a teachable moment. You sit down with Ben and calmly say, "Okay, let's think this through. What are our options?" At first, he's frustrated. He wants you to fix it. But as you guide him through possible solutions, he could ask a classmate to send a picture of the assignment, or perhaps he could check if he remembers any of the key parts. He begins to see that he can actually solve the problem himself. Eventually, Ben settles on texting a friend for the assignment. The crisis is averted, and the best part? He handled it. With a little guidance from you, and the next time something like this happens, he'll know exactly what to do. The lesson. Here's what we can learn from this moment. 1. Empowering kids through guidance. By letting Ben come up with his own solution, you empowered him to take control of the situation. He didn't just learn how to fix this one problem, he learned how to approach similar problems in the future. 2. Building confidence. When kids solve problems on their own, with a little help from you, they build self-confidence. Ben went from panic to relief, and that feeling of success will stick with him the next time a challenge arises. 3. Patience pays off. Sure, it would have been quicker to solve the problem yourself, but by guiding Ben through the process, you helped him build resilience and critical thinking skills. Plus, you saved yourself from becoming the permanent fixer of every issue he faces. Problem solving together is all about helping your child become more independent and capable of handling life's challenges. It's a slow burn. At first, it takes more time and patience, but in the long run, you're raising a confident, capable problem solver who doesn't always need you to step in. So next time your child faces a hurdle, resist the urge to fix it yourself. Guide them, coach them, and watch them grow.